YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the channel now, those who catch it in the middle, and those who catch it at the end. This here is in the news. We're here to talk about what's in the news and whatnot throughout the weekend today. And wow. Wow. All I got to say is wow. You know what I mean? Wow, with the spectrum, man. It's really getting on my nerves, surely. You know, that I got to use my hotspot every time I come on here and what have you. All the time. You know, my spectrum was just working perfectly fine. Everything was fine when I was offline. The moment I get online, here we go. You understand? So as I was stating, we had to talk about, what's happening in the news and what have you. And furthermore, my disclaimer is I'm not a pastor preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church at all. So please do not lay claims on those titles on me. We're not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for sure, for sure, for sure. All right. Courtney Envy says, I have Spectrum 2. They are updating hardware. Well, Spectrum will hear a piece of what I got to say to them. You know what I'm saying? After I'm done. You know what I mean? Because it's a sad thing that every time you put on the internet, as far as like the streaming services or the internet in general, Spectrum is always seem to mess up all the time. You know what I mean? All the time. And it messes me up badly. You understand? So now, blessingly, we got the hotspot as a backup on here. You know what I mean? So we're here to talk about what happened over the weekend, man. We're here to talk about what happened over the weekend. What's up to Courtney M? Shout out to you. You said, sir, you said Haney got knocked out. Well, he lost by a majority decision. He says, I knew Garcia was going through something. Survival mode is an everyday thing in California, like many states. Well, Garcia mentioned that he was tired. You understand that? I mean, you know what? You are a good athlete if you can, weather the storm. And, it's parallel to, like you said, every day is a thing of survival in general. To me, Devin Haney, he blew the fight. He had the fight in his hand. He blew the fight. You understand? Devin Haney blew the fight. What's up to Henry Ross? He says a whole lot of stuff is going on, like the Holy Scripture warned us. Expect a lot more. Wow, absolutely. What's up to Thelma Speck? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you. Thelma, you said so much is going on. You said such as breaking and entering to food prices is up and so much more. Food prices. It's a time you can go into a supermarket, like you stated, you got $40. Man, you got some good bags. And these days, you go into a supermarket, $40, you're liable to get just 2 bags of oodles and noodles. That's it. So you're right about that. Prices are up. Getting food, very expensive. Even if you got, the coupons and the discounts and what have you, it's still expensive. You know what I mean? But we definitely got to weather the storm on that one. Buying that food. What's up to Bob T? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. What's up to Gino P? Shout out to you. You say he got socked in the jaw a lot. I mean, I agree. I definitely agree with that. His defense was lacking and whatnot. You understand? A lot of people are making jokes about Devin Haney over the internet and whatnot. You see a lot of memes out here, a lot of memes. So my question to those people is, to those people who make all the jokes and stuff like that, what's your record? You understand? What's your record? You know, it takes a person with a lot of heart, a lot of courage to get in that ring. It's absolutely hard to do mentally, for sure. All right. Let me see. Y'all got a good commentator team. Appreciate that at Courtney M. Definitely appreciate that. You know what I mean? And the fight, it was very entertaining, for sure. You know, of course, we hope that two people come out of there in one piece because they got families. At the end of the day, it's a sport. It's something you don't play, of course. You can't play boxing, you can't play MMA and whatnot. You know, some may have some discrepancies with, for religious beliefs and reasons that we shouldn't be watching boxing, we shouldn't be participating in it at all. But everybody got their own discrepancies with certain things they want to pick and choose with. Hey, that's fine, that's cool. At the end of the day, we had a good old time, good positive time, vibing out, politicking, and things of that nature. But Devin Haney, you understand that he didn't follow the game plan at all. You know what I mean? If you knew Ryan Garcia, favorite punch was a hook, he didn't protect that right. He didn't protect the defense, what he's supposed to do and what he learned. He didn't do it right. He just kept getting caught time after time. You understand? It made me look bad. Hey, Haney, you made me look bad on here the other night. You understand? But we hope all is well with Mr. Haney. We're going to share the screen and whatnot, with Devin Haney and Garcia. You know what I mean? Listen, a lot of people have not been punched in the face. A lot of people have not been knocked down from getting punched in the face. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why folks make the jokes and memes and stuff like that over the internet at the end of the day. I remember the time of fight I was in. And, it wasn't as bad as that, but I can understand what the young brother is going through mentally, for sure. What's up to, what I miss? What's up to Gino P? Shout out to you. Hope all is well with you. You said true to all athletes. Absolutely, all of them. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of heart. You know what I mean, to train your body, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, whatever the case may be. In general, for sports purposes, and whatnot, it's great discipline. In general, I want to hear what. Let me see what the apostle got to say about physical fighting. we gonna get to the apostle on physical fighting. All right, let me see if I can find that video upon physical fighting and whatnot by Gino, so we can get that connection squared away and what have you. So on the commercials, all right, this has commercials on it due to YouTube and what have you. So it's not my fault. All right, so we're gonna play it right now. Oh my goodness. Man, listen, I'm about to go to the spectrum office right now, man. They making me upset.
Schools can't make you comply to them.
They making me upset right now. It's spectrum, man.
And then you got church people. Oh, that pastor, I don't know how long I can stay there and take anymore what he said. Oh, he just too raw. I go to Bishop Hoopenhopper. I go to Bishop Hoopenhopper because he preached the word. He preached baptism and had the Holy Ghost. That's not the only stuff
So, a lot of people, tend to talk about physical fighting, and the truth, and whatnot. And there's a video out here. There's a video. This is the closest I can get, in reference to physical fighting. I haven't heard a solid teaching on, can we participate in, boxing and MMA, and stuff like that. And a lot of people tend to ask that question. A lot of people do. And we had that conversation on the other channel before, in general, right? What's up to Larry? Shout out to you. What's up to Naturally Black Life? Shout out to you. He says it was a miraculous left hook that changed the fight. Haney was up 5 rounds to 1 before that moment. Absolutely. Appreciate that, Courtney M, for letting me know I'm good. Appreciate that, for sure. What's up to Cell Express? Shout out to you. We're just here talking about Devin Haney. We're here talking about the Devin Haney fight right now and more other news and things like that, for sure, that transpired over the weekend. It was a definite upset. It was an upset because I believe Haney was the high favorite to win, and he could have won. He could have won. And it could have been a draw also. One judge gave it a draw, 112 to 112. I think Garcia won by like a point or two. I think he won, for sure. At the end of the day. He says, y'all was upset. I was very pleased with my Hermando. Hermando, excuse me. It takes a lot of courage, man, as I was stating. It takes a lot of heart, it takes a lot of courage to get in that ring. You understand? A lot of people don't know the mental process to it. When you're in front of thousands of people, when you got the cameras on you, when you got millions of people watching you on TV, that's a lot of pressure right there. You understand? That's a lot of pressure. And you got personal issues that you had with them in the past also. All that is boiled up into one right there in the ring, right there, because it's a personal issue that they had when they fought when they was kids. You understand that? You fighting a person when you was kids. So you got a rivalry going on at the end of the day, and you putting on the line in that boxing ring in front of millions of people. That's something serious right there. But for sure, definitely hope Devin Haney get better physically and mentally, because taking a beating like that, taking a loss like that, can mess you up mentally. Forget the physical part more so, but mentally a person can be messed up over something like that. All right. You say he couldn't not shown up and paid that fine. Well, I believe it was a bet. I believe it was a bet versus a fine. It was a bet upon Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney that if Ryan Garcia comes in a pound over, each pound is $500,000. That's big bucks right there. That's big bucks. Big bucks. So it's like at the end of the day, who really won? Who really won? Haney got his check on top of $1.5 million from Ryan Garcia and still was able to keep his title. So who really won? Who really won? You got to look at the whole business aspects to it. And you also got to remember sometimes people either better themselves or against themselves. You got to understand that. Gino P, you was talking about the bet spread the other day. Just imagine if Haney, if he got $10 million in the bank and he put the $10 million on Garcia, how much money he would have got back off of that versus getting paid. You really got to think about the aspects of that. So a lot of people don't look at that. People will sell out for money. So if I got $10 million in the bank and I'm the favorite, and if this guy win if I bet on him and I put $10 million up and I could get $65 million back, I'm only getting a couple of $1 million for this fight. You think about the business aspect to boxing or sports in general. That's why, a lot of people get caught up. I think it was an NBA player, right? He got banned for betting. Let's look that up. He just got recently banned for betting. All right. I think this NBA player, let's see if we can find him right quick. There you go, right there. So this NBA player was, come on, man. Here we go again. Can y'all hear me? Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Let me get a mic check. All right. Let me get a mic check. I need a mic check. All right, cool. He says, what happens if you don't show up to the fight? Well, there's a contract. You sign a contract. Whatever's in the contract, the stipulations and the regulations and stuff like that. If you don't follow it, then it might be fines on there for you. You might not get paid for it. You might not get paid for the fight, and you might have to pay a fine. You understand? So whatever's in the contract, he says, according to the spread, would have made $500 million. You see that? You see how that works? You know what I mean? You see how that works? See, a lot of people don't look at that from that perspective. You know, is a business move at the end of the day. I think Haney will probably have another good 10 years and whatnot. But why not secure the bag? Hey, I maybe put $10 million on Garcia. Let me put $10 million on him. I get $500 million back. That's a lot of money. I don't need to fight no more. You understand? I get $500 million back. I don't want to fight no more. That's it. I retire. I'm 25. I got $500 million in the bank. Of course, taxes and all that other stuff. I got about $300 million in the bank right now. You don't need to do nothing for the rest of your life no more. You know what I mean? What's up to Beverly Palmer? So we're talking about this NBA player, Jay Porter. You know what I mean? He was banned for life recently. Found out he placed bets on basketball and gave information to a bettor to improve their odds. You see that? An NBA player recently kicked out the league for betting. Kicked out. You know what I mean? People would do almost anything for extra dollars. Here it is. This guy's probably a millionaire. You know what I mean? All right. Gino P. You says it was a dude who tried to attack PJ. He told the story once in the older broadcast. Absolutely. I believe at the gas station, right? That was at the gas station. He gave the story on that one, where the man was following him and whatnot. And we're gonna see if we can find that. All right, let's see if we can find that video. Right now, I see it on Sister Rosalind channel. I honestly thought I had it. You know what I mean? Let's see if we got it on the computer. We can pull it up. Let's just see. All right. Yeah, we got it right here. Got a little bit right here. We're going to try to pull it up. What's up to Mo Cherokee? Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
I remember years ago when we bought a temple.
Let's see. Newport News. Screen right quick.
And we was going back and forth there working.
Y'all just let me
the new Newport News temple together.
Y'all just let me know if y'all can hear the audio.
So one day coming back to my hotel, I stopped at the Shell gas station. And a man drove up. Right. I'm used to people recognizing who I am everywhere. The man drove up.
So let me know if y'all can hear that.
He let his window down. He said, "You Pastor Jennings?"
Let me know if y'all can hear that, all right?
He said, "Okay." So he got out of his car and he kept going up. Big old bald head. Man, his head was so large, like a giant llama bean was on his head. He said, "You took my wife." I said, "I did what?" He said, you took my wife. I said, man, I don't know you or your wife. He said, my
So Gino P, you talking about that? For sure. What's up to the what is that? What's up to the bass player? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. What's up to Marlon? Shout out to you. You says PJ broke that guy down. Absolutely. You said a spectrum disruption again. Oh yeah, spectrum is definitely terrible and whatnot. So we had another story we want to touch on and what have you with homeless people. All right, let's see if we could go to that right quick. What's up to DJ Grant? Shout out to you, man. Hope all is well at DJ Grant. Appreciate you for joining this live for sure as we talk about these news stories and whatnot. So with this story right here, the Supreme Court, it says with homelessness on the rise, the Supreme Court weighs ban on sleeping outdoors, which is a lot of us. It says Oregon debates ban on people sleeping outdoors. Wow, what's the problem if you ain't gonna provide these people with jobs and things like that? You know what I mean? Here, listen, here in our own home, they focus on irrelevant things. You know what I mean? You see people out there sleeping on the ground in cardboard boxes and whatnot in the rain, the snow, the sleet. You know what I mean? It's crazy out there. Granted that some people are lazy, they don't want to get a job and all they want to do is panhandle and whatnot and things like that. But if you got, you know what I mean, the government or what have you and things like that has an issue with people sleeping out there, then provide programs for them. You know what I mean? Try to help them out. You know, for those who are trying to get back on their feet, and what have you. He says, how can you ban someone sleeping outdoors if they have nowhere to go? They use money for pointless things like malls and whatnot, but don't want to help no one. They must have never been through nothing. Absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. You know what I mean? It's like where these people is going to go. You know where? I mean, stores are closed. Granted that some churches and shelters open up, but they can take but so many people. And there's a lot of people out there that are homeless, that are outside sleeping on those grounds. It's a sad thing. You know, when you see somebody sleeping outside on the ground. On the ground. You know what I mean? On the ground. But you also see, well, McDonald's, Burger King, they got a now hiring sign up. Some of those homeless people are lazy. Some, not all, some. They don't want to work. They don't want to do this. All they want to do is panhandle. That's it. You want to ask me every day for my hard-earned money, and you ain't going out there to fill out an application? Why should I help you out? You understand? Now, to those who are homeless, who's trying and nothing has happened, I feel for them. But the lazy ones who got the limbs, got the activity of their legs and stuff like that, who can go to the library and use the computer to fill out applications for jobs, can walk into Hardee's or Food Lion, Walmart, and get a job. All you need is a phone to make a YouTube account. You know what I mean? Make a YouTube channel, build it up, make a couple of coins off of that. You understand? There's a lot of ways to make money. You know what I mean? YouTube, TikTok, all these other platforms and stuff like that somebody could utilize to make money. You could be your own boss. You know? You can go to these agencies and stuff like that, and they'll help you out finding a job. You know what I mean? But the government, I think, needs to provide, of course, more programs and stuff like that for people who are really trying. And it is a lot of veterans out here who are homeless. They fought for the country, granted, you give them credit on that one. But when they come out, guess what they come home to? A lot of them come home to nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing at all at the end of the day, which is a sad thing. All right, Caesar. He says, greetings in Vegas. Garcia bet $2 million on himself and won $12 million in returns for winnings. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a smart thing for him to do. You understand? That's a smart thing. Real smart thing to do. We don't condone in betting and whatnot. It was tempting. You understand? Listen, it was tempting. I never betted on a fight. You understand? Never betted in sports at all. But when I see the odds and stuff like that, you could have betted about $50 probably and got 1,000 back. It's tempting. But I probably wouldn't felt right with myself. Even if I would have put down a certain amount of money to make me a millionaire, I wouldn't have felt right. Because that word, that word would cut me up. You understand? You know? But some people became millionaires. You know what I mean? All right. Courtney M says, too many homeless, mentally ill veterans. It breaks my heart. You says, much work to do. What's up to Cali boy? Shout out to you. What's up to Jen Juice? She says, my boy got laid out. Laid out. You know what I mean? Laid out. And he did. But being that, you know, he was in some good shape and whatnot, the average person would have been knocked out cold. You know what I mean? But he stuck in there. He stuck it out. You understand? Some people said, you know, his father should have stopped the fight. The commissioner should have stopped the fight. The referee, Harvey Doc. You know, people was trashing him on the internet. Harvey Doc from Jersey City, New Jersey. Former boxer. You know, he's a good referee. You know what I mean? Harvey Doc is a good referee. You know, you can't please everybody. You can't please everybody. No way. You understand? You know, people always got something to say about something. Something. You know? Listen, this is boxing. Let it happen. You know what I mean? You signed up. You putting your life on the line, and that's it. When you step into that ring, it could be your last time living. It could be your last time in your right mind because you could become a vegetable. You understand? It could be your last time seeing or hearing. You know? All right? He says, if they don't want no one outside, he says, then give them an alternative or give them some option to help. Good point. Good point right there. You says them with living if they care so much about them sleeping outside. Gino P says, when I worked in a homeless shelter, many went to work, many were older. He said, many went to work. That's what's up. Appreciate that at Simply Naturally Black Life. He says, too many, I think I read that one. He says, too many homeless, mentally ill veterans, it breaks my heart. DJ said, it breaks my heart. Sometimes homeless people, it will be freezing cold or they blazing hot and they be sleeping face down on the blazing hot ground or ice cold ground. Wow. You know, seeing that, I know a lot of us wake up in the morning, we don't feel like going to work. When that alarm goes off, we put that snooze on. We get 5 more minutes, 5 more. 5 more minutes. And before then, it's 10 minutes to get out the door. You understand? A lot of us don't like when that alarm go off for work. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm cranky. But the motivation to get out there and work and to be thankful that the Lord has given us the activity of our limbs to do that type of stuff, to provide for ourselves and our families and what have you, to utilize the tools. You know what I mean? So I know sometimes we complain about work, getting up, bills, every first of the month, rent, mortgage, the food going high and up, electric bill, phone bill, internet bill. You understand? Child care, kids. You know what I mean? I got 5. You understand? I got 5 kids. 5. Do the mathematics on that one. 5 kids. You know, and you got lazy people out there with none that don't want to do nothing. Lazy people. You know what I mean? Lazy. They don't want to do nothing. They always begging you for money. You know what I mean? They want to say, oh, I can't find a job. I can't do this. I don't got nowhere to stay. Lazy people. I'm talking to the lazy people. I got 5 kids. 5. You know what I mean? You know how much expensive that is? 5 kids? Think about it. Do the mathematics on that one. All that food I got to pay for. You understand? What it look like that I should be lazy out here? You know, lazy or begging y'all for money. I ain't begging for no money. I'm going to get out there like PJ preach and teach. Get out there and work. Like how I'm doing right now. I'm working on here. My secondary job. Like PJ preach. Get out there and work. You know? Work. Don't go out there and beg people for money and do this and do that to try to manipulate people. Get out there and work. But I get it that some people got medical conditions. Even that, I've seen people in a wheelchair work. Guy at Walmart in a wheelchair working. You understand? Working. A man with mental problems. He was working at a pizza shop. Working. But you got people, they got all the use of their arms, their legs, eyes, nothing wrong with them really. But yet they lazy. They don't want to get out there and work. They want to smooch and feed off the government. They want the food stamps that I would love to have. I can't get them. You understand? I want some food stamps. It was a time when we was young, our mothers and fathers sent us to the store with those food stamp monies and whatnot. We was embarrassed. Now food stamps in these days is golden. We trying to buy some food stamps off of people, those who can't get them. I need some food stamps. I can't get them. I would love to have some, but I can't. You know what I mean? But I thank the Lord for work. It's tiring, but I have to do it. I have to get out there and work. And other men have to get out there and work because we want to provide for ourselves and our families. You know what I mean? This is what a man's supposed to do, right? Provide for yourself and provide for your family and or kids. You understand? So I don't feel sorry for no man who got the activities of his limbs, his legs, everything, and you too lazy to work. I don't feel sorry for nobody like that at all. And people tend to come to me, well, what if they was arrested? What if they've been in prison? You got a lot of people on YouTube who come out of prison, like Fresh Out, who got podcasts and whatnot, making good money off of YouTube. You know what I mean? I know people who got out for, manslaughter, robbery, and all that other stuff, conspiracy to commit murder, and they found good jobs. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. You know what I mean? There's no excuse for a man to be lazy, who don't want to take care of his kids and whatnot. If I got to get up, you can get up. You understand that? For sure. All right. Let's go to more comments. He says, now, if someone doesn't want to help like they self or try to do better, then I understand. But these politicians need to stop acting like they God and they care about people. What's up, Ernest Beard? Shout out to you. I hope all is well. DJ Grant says, it seems to me like these people in the government want to clean house. Like when someone clean their home, they seem to look at homeless people like some roaches or something. You also stated that I for sure don't want to get up. I'll be in bed with my wife, not wanting to leave that beautiful woman, soft woman. Ooh wee. Okay. Sookie, sue. You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be. You know? What man don't want to leave the bed boo loving with his wife? That's a beautiful thing right there. In general. You know what I mean? He says, but bills got to be paid and got to feed my family. Wonderful. You understand? That's wonderful. You know? All right? Bob T says, the divided states of senators don't make no sense. They waste billions of dollars from other countries, but won't help a veteran that fought for their country. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. All right. You said, I've seen people that have special needs. You said pushing carts and being receipt checkers and working in grocery stores and sometimes warehouses. Absolutely. Especially Walmart. You know, Walmart don't discriminate. You know what I mean? Even if you got no legs and no arms, Walmart will hire you. They'll hire you. You understand? You ain't got no legs, no arms, you're deaf and blind. They'll find something for you to do. You understand? They'll find something at the end of the day. You know? That's for sure. So shout out to Walmart for that. All right? You said Gino P hitting hard. You said Tony H, you hitting hard on laziness. Absolutely. For sure. All right? Said, I hate that excuse. I went to prison excuse to work at warehouses or fast foods, do Uber or Lyft. That's what's up. Gino P says, if a man doesn't provide for his household, he's worse than an infidel. Absolutely. What's up to Tammy T? Shout out to you. You said, what's sad, I see commercials come and join the government and whatnot. Then people go do it and end up homeless. You said Walmart don't care what condition you in. They will make you a category. They will make a category for you to work. Gotta respect them. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely, for sure. You know what I mean? So I think it's another story. It's another story right here. There's a story coming out of Ohio. Another story coming out of Ohio. Ohio commander on leave after reckless homicide at Corrections Training Academy. Wow. A law enforcement officer on leave. After a reckless homicide at the Corrections Training Academy. A situation happened out here in Charlotte not too long ago. I think it was last year. You know, one of the recruits, I think they shot themselves or got shot at the training center. You know what I mean? You got reckless individuals, trainers, and whatnot. It's a sad thing out here, man. It's a sad thing out here. You know what I mean? You're going for a job, you're trying to train to become a law enforcement officer, and you got a reckless trainer. You know what I mean? They say the fatal shooting of a lieutenant at a Corrections Training Academy in Pickwick County is being classified as a reckless homicide. According to Ohio State Highway Patrol incident, the fatal shooting of Rodney Osborne is being considered a reckless homicide, a third-degree felony. The redacted report does not reveal who is being charged or the circumstances of the shooting. So basically, they're trying to hide it. The incident report stated on April the 9th, approximately 11:15 a.m. Deputies responded to reports of a training Trainee suffering from a gunshot wound to the chest. Wow. Wow. So just imagine. Just imagine that. You know what I mean? Just imagine. And they're going to hide a lot of details to that for sure. You know what I mean? You put his charge as a reckless homicide. You know what I mean? And listen, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. If you want to be in academy and whatnot, you want to be around some people who take it serious and who's not reckless at all. You know what I mean? You says, don't they do psychiatric tests or whatnot to see people's mental state of mind? Sometimes people knew these officers were no good, but because they're buddies, they covered up. Well, I mean, I can't say much when I took mine's psychological test. It's a psychological test. I was in a room with the psychologist, however you say that word or whatever the case may be. They just ask you questions. They ask you questions like, you know, what I'm trying to think of the question. I can't really remember, but it's not like getting more in depth with your mentals. It's just like questions you could finesse. You understand? Just like the polygraph test I took. You know what I mean? They put the little patches on your legs. It's patches, on your rear, and patches on your fingers and your arms and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's nothing to the extent of getting in depth with your mentals at the end of the day. And I'm not saying you could just easily ride past it or whatever the case may be. Blessedly, I'm good in general. You understand? I'm good in general, for sure. But the tests, normally they do that. They just ask you certain questions to evaluate you answering and whatnot. That's it. It ain't really nothing too serious. And what have you. You know what I mean? But I had a fun time when it happened. But they do tests, but it's not that extreme. Now, if you go into the FBI, that might be something serious. You know, but like corrections and municipal police, maybe I'm not too sure about the state patrol, but FBI, CIA, stuff like that. Now that's serious right there. They ain't playing. You know what I mean? They are not playing. But being that a lot of people don't want to be law enforcement officers, a lot of people are quitting becoming a law enforcement officer, or a lot of people is not interested. You know what I mean? So they making it a little bit more easy. It's a little bit more lax becoming a police officer in these days. It's real easy. It's very easy to do. You understand? Listen, they knocking on my door right now. You understand? The moment I filled out for I think it was last year. Just wanted to try it out. Filled out for Charlotte Corrections. Mecklenburg County Corrections. The moment I filled it out, emailed the next day, I think. Welcome. You understand? Charlotte Police too. You know what I mean? You understand? And I think they got to go back to that strictness, how they had it years ago. But being that, you know, nobody want to really become a police officer or a correctional officer, you know what I mean? If you could become a truck driver and make 80 grand, you know what I mean, and have less to no stress dealing with people, why not? You understand? Why not? Who wants to really do 6 months in the police academy? You understand that? Who wants to sit in this police academy, and when you get out and you go into the field and you got to deal with the us's and whatnot, people cursing you out, people who want to kill you. They don't even know you. They want to kill you. You understand that? And you got to act professional. Who wants to deal with that? Whereas though I could become a truck driver and just drop my load off, take a picture, get it signed, and keep it moving, get a tip from the customers. So on top of the 80 grand a year, you get tips from the customers. You know what I mean? Who wants to make $48,000 a year as a police officer? Working 12 hours a day almost. You know what I mean? Answering calls. You know what I mean? So people compare and contrast that for sure. As far as like the jobs with police, I think police officers should get paid, teachers should get paid more and stuff like that. I do agree with that. They should get paid way more. You know what I mean? They should, but they don't. You know what I mean? What the average salary for a teacher is, what, 40 grand a year, 38? Man, that's pennies. Unless he or she been there for a very long time. You done been to college, got a bachelor, did all that. 4 years, 5 years. You come out, become a teacher, you're only making 30 grand a year. That's pennies. Somebody at Amazon probably make more than that. It's not about the money in general in life, but come on now. Teachers deserve more. Police officers deserve more. Those who go through things like that, they deserve more salary. I do agree with that for sure, because it's pennies at the end of the day for the type of work that they do and the stuff that they got to go through. You know what I mean? I think we was talking about it the other day. I think a teacher, let's type it up. Let's see. Somebody was talking about OnlyFans. All right. So it's right here. I ain't going to click it because I don't know what type of picture she got up here. They said a teacher resigned after her OnlyFans. Let me see who resigned. I don't want to click it to see the real story. I don't know what she's showing. Okay, here you go right here. Former teacher said she made $1 million. Nearly $1 million. You understand? I ain't gonna go further than that, because I don't know what type of picture it is, and I don't want to show nothing. So a teacher said she made nearly $1 million from OnlyFans in less than 6 months. 6 months. You know what I mean? That's crazy right there, man. That's crazy. He says, what time do you usually go to bed? Not the time I'm supposed to. Not the time I'm supposed to, but I try for 10:30. You said, I saw Dre and Snoop Dogg, Gin Juice at the gas station while I was driving out, ride sharing, earning my money for my family. Wonderful. Do your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. DJ says, so basically it's the bare minimum thing so they can hire people is what it sounds like. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like easy stuff just to get you hired. Basically, you know, not having a criminal background, of course. Certain tattoo policies. Mine was in Prince George County. You know, Prince George County, Maryland is a rough area, but I didn't know. You understand? So they definitely was looking for officers and whatnot. But of course, you can't have a criminal background, tattoo policies and stuff like that, certain restrictions and whatnot. But I wouldn't say it's like easy. But in the past, I think it was more stricter. It was more stricter at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I think certain police agencies took some lift off the tattoos and stuff like that. Maybe certain criminal charges and what have you. Certain things are lifted off just a little bit, you know what I mean, to allow some more people to come in, because police agencies are really starving for officers. They're really starving for officers. It's bad. You understand that? It's real bad. You know what I mean? All right, what's up to Johnny? What up? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. You said some of these cops ain't really right. Remember them 6 Mississippi cops. Oh, yeah. DJ Grant said some teachers are some of the best things and help people shape who they are. They are sometimes the parent when they are away from home. Absolutely. You said, is there a Hebrew Israelite in here? He said, is there a Hebrew Israelite in here? Wow. I don't know for sure. You said that was a psychological question. You said THB playing the safe, showing no picks. Absolutely, man. No, not at all. Not at all. What's up to Leonardo? Shout out to you. You said what we discussed. We're just talking about news. We're talking about news, what's going on in the news and whatnot. Right now, we're showing a police officer from Chicago. We talked about Devin Haney. We talked about police officers, and here goes another one. A police officer was gunned down in Chicago. So 30 years of age was, his life was taken while returning home from work. 30 years of age, gunned down. Lewis, what is that? Hugh Siak. I think that's how you pronounce his name. A Chicago police officer was gunned down Sunday outside his home after returning from his shift, had his gun taken from him, as well as his car in the attack. The slain 30-year-old officer Lewis was shot multiple times in the Gage Park neighborhood on the southwest side of Chicago. Police Superintendent Larry Schnelling said during a news conference. Wow. That's crazy for sure. You know what I mean? It said he was still in uniform. He was still in uniform when he was fatally shot. He was killed 2 days shy of his 31st birthday. It said the officer's gun was taken after he was shot. Wow. That's crazy right there. Now, that's crazy for sure. You know what I mean? So that tells me, there are people out here that don't have a care in the world for police officers. We were just talking about that. They don't have a care in the world for police officers and whatnot. You understand? You said, so what's going on? You says, if anyone asks, please don't read any lyrics, please. Oh, man. Y'all about to start something. Y'all about to start something for sure. He says we play no games at Tammy T. Bob T says, because y'all love Moses, I got a question. All right. So you say it's rough out there in Chicago. I agree. We had a lot of stories about, things happening out there in Chicago. I mean, I think the average killing over there is like a day and a half, right? Excuse me, a person a day. We're gonna look at the statistics of how many people were killed in Chicago. You know what I mean? We're gonna get the statistics from last year in Chicago. I'm looking it up right now. How about this year? Let's see if they put it up. They don't have it up for this year, so we're gonna say 2023. Let's look that up right quick. All right, homicides. All right, looking at the statistics, there were 617 homicides in Chicago in 2023, 2,450 shootings in Chicago in 2023, 2,450. Wow, 2,450 shootings. That's crazy right there. Now, if you calculate that, all right, 2,450 divided by 365, all right? So that's 6 shootings a day. Excuse me, that's almost 7 shootings a day. A day. You know what I mean? Henry Ross says, I'm also hearing that a lot of police officers are leaving off the job due to these Democrat-run states are making it hard for them police officers to do their job if they are doing it correctly. Leonardo says, it's sad. Officers losing their souls, citizens losing their souls. This is the sad part, losing our life without being ready. Shout out to all the righteous officers doing their job right. Wonderful. Wonderful. DJ Grant says, these crazy songs nowadays, and man, this is crazy. Police are not all bad, and people don't even like police. I remember growing up, we wouldn't even want to call the police because they wouldn't do nothing. Wow. Yeah, a lot of people don't like police. I do agree with that. You know what I mean? It's a sad thing. That's because I think because all the negative stuff we've seen in reference to what the media had putting up about police officers, man. You understand? It's crazy. So when we hear stories about, when a police officer shoots and kills somebody and whatnot, and then the news put it up and blast it all over social media, the internet, and whatnot. A lot of people look at that as all officers are bad. It kind of runs parallel to us, as striving Christians. Now, when TD Jakes does something off, now people who are non-Christians, they blame everybody. And then we got to come on here and things like that, or other people got to come on their platforms. Listen, no, we don't agree with that at all. So there are some good police officers out there and whatnot, but some people out there still look at them as the bad guys and what have you. You know what I mean? All right. Let me see. He says out there in Cali, since it's getting warmer, city bus knifings are up. What you mean by that? Let me know. He says, I've seen people call police for genuine help, and they show up and literally tell you to just file a report, or they can't do nothing or do anything for days or weeks or something, or until something fatal happens to someone. Now they're taking reports over the phone here in Charlotte. You understand? They ain't wasting their time no more, as what they put it. They're taking the reports over the phone. That's how crazy it is. Courtney M says the preacher man in Tennessee said he didn't know why it was so violent. He says Orange Park, Memphis, Tennessee. What you mean? Gino P says back in Puerto Rico, it also like 600 homicides a year. He says gun everywhere. Wow, that's crazy right there. Leonardo says that's true. Media only puts negative things. How many good things officers do? A lot. I used to cops, but now I understand I myself first and had to see things by God's perspective. Yeah, some cops are, are loony. Some cops are. Once they get that gun in a badge, it gets to their head. It definitely gets to their head because, a lot of them, when they start off the academy, a lot of them, are crybabies. They're crying. They want to go home. It's too tough. I've seen it. Trust me, I've seen it. Now, when we was going through the academy, now their chest starting to poke out because it's getting close to the graduation. Their chest starting to poke out. Now I'm about to have my gun. I'm about to have my badge. Now I feel tough. You understand? Those type of people I don't side with at the end of the day. No way. You understand that? That's why I'm perfectly fine being a truck driver. You know what I mean? Perfectly fine. It's less stress. For sure. He says, how can you sit in the cop's car and watch your partner and don't check on them and don't check them on their behavior? That's true. But normally it's like, in a lot of cases, it's like, they put the rookies with this, people who've been there for a long time, and what have you, but like you said, right is right and wrong is wrong. Or some people got, they got their relationship. I'm not justifying that, why they don't check them. It's cool or anything like that. But some of them feel like if they do something, they're going to have a bad rep. You know what I'm saying? In that department. But listen, right is right. You know what I mean? Right is right. And we see the situation with George Floyd and what have you. All one of the officers had to do was push the other officer who had his knee on his neck off. Simple. Push him off. What up to DJ Grant? Again, you says now when people leave from each other, they be saying stay dangerous instead of peace. Oh yeah. He says, yeah, be safe and stay dangerous. Or see you later or whatnot. They don't care to even fight anymore. They have little kids shooting you for nothing. Oh yeah. That's right. You're right about that. Little kids, they'll walk up to you. You understand? And listen, me, Lord, that's why it's good to pray. It's good to pray, for sure. You know, if you ain't street smart, you need to get to it. You know what I mean? Definitely. You know, like you said, little kids coming up to you, wanting to rob you. You know, wanting to rob you. You know, wanting to shoot you for nothing. You know, and once they get caught and arrested and the judge throw the book at them for life or 25 years to life, now they want to cry. Now they want to call for mommy. Check, check, check. Check. Here we go again with this spectrum again. Messing me up. So the mother and father want to say, oh, he was a good boy. He was a good boy, Judge. Really? Really? All right. He says, have you ever had an incident with an officer? I'm thinking. Yes. Yes. Bayonne Police. Bayonne, New Jersey Police. Bayonne, New Jersey Police. You know, one was in 2007. I was at the park working out. 2007, I believe. Was it 2007? I believe it was 2007. You know, I was at the park. I had my mother car parked. I was running track, whatever the case may be, minding my business, running track. You know, once I finished, my mother had an issue with her car at the time. It would go off. The alarm would just go off. You know what I mean? The alarm would go off. And there was a police officer over there in Bayonne, New Jersey at Hudson County Park by the track field. I was the only car there. You understand? So he heard the alarm going off and he wanted to come on. I thought he was coming over there to help me. I thought the man was coming over there to help me. He came over there to give me a ticket for something. I don't know, driving with a suspended license. What a fool. What a fool. What a fool. He said that the car registration was not up to par, but then on the ticket, he put driving with a suspended license. What a fool. How could I be driving? This car is parked. I ain't say nothing. You know what I mean? I let him tell it. You know, so we went to court. Of course I won. They threw it out. You know what I mean? It was another situation. It was another situation in Jersey City, New Jersey. This was 2014, I think. And I'm riding on a block called Jersey City. I said Bayonne 2 times, but I meant Jersey City and Bayonne, 2 cities close to each other in New Jersey. So I'm in Journal Square somewhere, and I'm driving in a work vehicle. And you know how it is when you're driving and you just hit the green light and it's just turned quick to red. You understand? So I rolled past the light. Here comes the police officer on the motorcycle in Jersey City. Pulls me over. And, you know, I'm cool about it. And I said, do I have to go to court for this? And he got an attitude. For what reason? I don't know. I don't know what the man had an attitude for. You know what I mean? I don't know. I said, what's wrong with this guy? I ain't falling for the okie doke. Give me my ticket so I can go. We beat that one too. You understand? We beat that one too. You could listen, police officer, you could have it out here, but I know for a fact that there's a good chance we could win in that courtroom at the end of the day. So we beat that. You know what I mean? So those was probably the two incidents that I can remember with police officers. Another one, when I was a kid in Jersey City, I had my little radio, and there was an incident up the block. We went up the block. I was about 8 years old, 8 or 9 or something like that. We went up the block as kids to go look. You know what I mean? Police officer took my radio, took the batteries out, and threw all of my batteries in the open field, and whatnot. You know what I mean? So that was crazy. What's up to Sion? Shout out to you. Bob T says, we understand there's more bad truck drivers than good truck drivers. The bad truck drivers, we call them the wheel holders. Leonardo says, rookies will get threatened when they are placed with corrupt ones. You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that. And I definitely agree with you on that. For sure. See if I can find a video right quick with Gino talking about police officers and what have you. Know? Let me know if y'all can hear this right here. All right, let's go to it. Let me know. Can y'all hear this video? Let me know if y'all can hear this video. All right, so y'all can't hear this video and whatnot. Let me see if I can do something right quick. We're going to reset it to come. All right, so we're going to do it again. What's up to old Dan? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Shout out to you.
Being guilty, and some cases, the attorney that represent them.
Is that clear? Let me know if y'all can hear that. I think that was a clear one right there. So let me know if y'all can hear that one this time. Cool. All right.
I may charge him $3,000 an hour.
That's right.
That's some money. But if he already told me he's guilty, then when I come before the court and the jury, I'm going to tell the jury, ladies and gentlemen, by faith, do you see this sign upon the courtroom? It says, in God we trust. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring my argument. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, because that sign hangs over me, it challenged my sincerity. It challenged my honesty. And it challenged my honesty in the law of God versus the laws of the land. Because if I trust God, ladies and gentlemen, then God's wisdom is greater than the judge that sit on this bench, ladies and gentlemen, that preside over this case.
That's true.
Now, I know as a lawyer of Mr. Williams, I suppose to present him as if he's innocent.
Right.
But ladies and gentlemen, he already told me.
Yeah.
That's a good point right there. That's pretty funny right there by Gino. All right. So this video, he's talking about police officers and lawyers. All right. DJ Grant says, I don't fight at all. I would defend myself. But when I used to be Rudy, I told people I'm not fighting if you're going to get your feelings hurt and want to shoot. It's not worth it. What's up to Rosemary? You said, greetings just from CT. Did you talk about what happened during taping, Tony? Do you have any ideas what happens? What are you talking about with the Truth of God on Sunday? The technical difficulties that was going on. Let me know if you're talking about that. at Rose. All right, let me know. What's up to old Dan? Shout out to you. You said they be knowing the kid is the devil and then be surprised the kid locked up and they be crying, acting like the kids is saints, and they know they kid terrorize people all day. Okay, you talking about yesterday's service. Yesterday's service. Well, here's the thing. All right, I'm gonna play this video a little bit, and I'm gonna check my connection and come back to you on that one.
That he murdered the man. He murdered the man's wife, and he raped the daughter. So I refuse, because that sign hang over me. In God we trust. So if I trust God, then I must admit, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that the wisdom of God that I have the greatest confidence in. He's more wiser than your honor. He's more smarter than your honor. He's more deeper than your honor. And God's judgment is infallible, and the judgment may not be infallible.
That's right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, he's guilty.
Yeah.
Rose, people got to understand that, you know, technical difficulties could happen. And if you putting out the truth and whatnot, you know what I mean, it's always seen that something is always happening with the connection. You know what I mean? All the time. So I don't know what goes into that, like in a deeper depth. You understand? But I do know, as far as like the internet provider on my end with Spectrum, you know what I mean? A lot of times, you know, the internet provider, it goes out. You understand that? And, you know, people in the chat rooms be like, oh, what happened? Could you fix it? XYZ. And people don't understand. I'm using my internet provider. They got their internet provider. If they mess up, I can't fix that. You know what I'm saying? I can only fix things on my end when it comes to the internet. Now, when it comes to issues with the website and YouTube, I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't know. You know what I mean? But when they playing TD Jakes and all that other nonsense, why they stuff don't mess up? It's always when the truth of God come on, or we talking about something dealing with the truth of God. Something seems to always mess up. I find that real funny. Not in a good way, in a wondering way. You know what I mean? So when a video messes up, it's not on the YouTuber, it's not on the church at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It got to be some type of technical difficulties, because if we setting it up the same exact way all the time, it's the same way. You know what I mean? And then something seems to happen, it got to be on a technical problem within the company, as far as like a Spectrum or AT&T or whatever, streaming services or whatever it is, at the end of the day. All right. But in general, some people don't have patience. They don't. Some people don't have patience at all. You know what I mean? They don't. You know? What's up to David B? Shout out to you. DJ Grant says, you don't know about the high jump or that relay running track. I used to run that mile in 4 minutes. What do you know about that? What do you know about that track, brother Tony? Mile in 4 minutes? Really? That's it? That's it? 4 minutes? That's all you got? That's all you got is 4 minutes for a mile? Man, you gotta try harder than that, man. What up to 10 Suke? You said told you Ryan was going to whoop Haney. Hey, 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 it's all good though. It's all good. Simply Natural Black Life says, see, these cops are wrong. When you down and out, you get a ticket. Father, help them. Absolutely. Solomon says, greetings, peace be. I got college tomorrow. What you Americans call high school? What? What kind of talk is that, man? We call that high school. I don't know what angle you're going with this one. You understand? I don't know what angle you're going with this one. Gino P says, ain't no guns in Rikers Island. Them kids be shook. Rikers. Wow. Lewis, you said Jersey City is crazy. I agree. Cops are wicked. Male and female always fight. Your tickets, there's a possibility you'll win. Wow. For sure. I definitely agree with that. What's up, the Diva? Shout out to you. You said Williams was guilty of the Trinity. Gino P says, holiness make you move different. I agree. Man, listen. Haney got to worry about that. You understand? Haney got to worry about that. They don't pay $90 for internet or fights. He said, forgive them, Tony. Some of them are slow and delayed. Oh, man. You said, what's this Creflo trying to mess with PJ? Really? I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that situation. Where you get that from? Where you get that from at Henry Ross? You know? What I'm seeing is what I'm seeing on Google is that it got Creflo Dollar confronts Gino Jennings. You know what I mean? From a YouTuber. You know, people put titles like that. It says Creflo Dollar challenged Gino Jennings on. Okay. It says Creflo Dollar warned not to confront Gino. Then they got another one state that Creflo Dollar confronts Gino Jennings for publicly exposing Snoop Dogg lifestyle. Really? Really? I didn't hear about that too much. But let's see if we can find that on the internet. That'd be another topic we probably talk about. You know, maybe tomorrow and whatnot. Views from the scriptures got it up. So what he's stating is, I ain't gonna click the video. And whatnot, but shout out to Views from the Scriptures. He says Creflo Dollar confronts Gino Jennings for publicly exposing Snoop Dogg lifestyle during live service. Really? Let's see if we can scroll down and find a video from Creflo and whatnot. Let me see. Did somebody got Creflo Dollar meets Pastor Gino Jennings? I don't think that happened. I really don't think that happened. You understand? But what I see is views from the scriptures talking about that. You know? All right. Jen Ju says patience is virtue. They know better. They better know that, excuse me. Leonardo says Satan is a prince of the air. It was part of an attack from the devil itself. The internet went down, especially when the truth is being told. He says, I was a slow kid in high school, man. In my school, that was fast. What's up to Sister Davis? Shout out to you. He says, just about to leave the store, unable to type, text, driving slowly, driving, listening. Appreciate that at Sister Davis. David B says, clickbait. DJ Grant says, hi, that's so funny to me. Creflo Dollar, not no stranger. PJ, that seems like another way for him to keep his followers from them coming to the truth. So I might check the video out off screen and what have you. whatnot. I'm listening to it right now. Okay. So I'm listening to it right now, and let's go to it. I'm going to a little bit of it. I'm gonna go into a little bit of it. All right. I'm going to a little bit of it. Let's just go back. We got to blast them. We got to blast Creflo Dollar tomorrow. That's on tomorrow. We gonna get him. We gonna get that boy tomorrow. We gonna get that boy tomorrow. You understand? Creflo Dollar, man. I hope you're ready. And YouTubers like C-Rock, Views from the Scriptures, me, other people, we blast this stuff. And they tune in. Those false prophets and their members, they tune in for sure. Oh man, I can't wait to talk about this tomorrow. We gotta say this for tomorrow, because I gotta go in a bit. You understand that? We definitely gotta save this for tomorrow. You know what I mean? We going in tomorrow on this one. That's all I need. That's all, that little piece. That's all we need. That's it. That tells you that he's been listening. That tells you right there. He's tuning into the YouTubers. He's tuning into the truth of God. He's tuning in. You understand? How are you going to say Snoop Dogg is ministering and smoking? We're going to say that for tomorrow. Because they're going to get me started. You know what I mean? And I got to go chill with the kiddies and whatnot. You understand? That's why I'm on here early. But tomorrow, whew. 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 Oh man. All right, we gotta reset it again. Let me reset it. He says we can hear you, but not the video. Let me reset this right quick, and so we can listen to it, so I can knock off. So we back. Spectrum, StreamYard keep messing us up again. You understand that? Again. So let me play this video again so y'all can hear it. I'm just going to play this little small part because I don't want no parts in some type of copyrights or whatever the case may be. We're going to let that ride out. There we go. We're going to play it. So let me know if y'all going to hit. Let me know.
Released a gospel album and to minister to people, dog,
who had spoken out again.
All right, let me know if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear that? I played a little bit of it. He says Creflo Dollar. All right. So let me play it again a little bit.
Against Snoop Dogg's double standards in his lifestyle.
Snoop Dogg released a gospel album and to minister to people, because his grandmama ministered to him and he had it on the inside of him. And isn't it sad that he received rejection and flack and how y'all gonna support somebody like this after what they did and what they said? What's wrong with us?
Uh-oh. This for tomorrow. For sure. What's up to Jose? Shout out to you. He says, why listen to a man that doesn't have half of an inch to talk? What's up to Jiggy Boy? Shout out to you. He said, that's wild. Snoop Dogg ministering. Yo, this is too funny. Too funny. You know what I mean? He says, that man, Creflo Dollar, accept women preachers and anyone that brings him money, bro, just love money. All right, we're going to talk about this tomorrow, Lord willing. You know, I'm trying to start it up at 7 p.m. tomorrow and whatnot and things of that nature. That's too funny. Too funny. All right, but we're going to end it. You know what I mean? I thank everybody for tuning in to this. I definitely thank everybody for tuning in to this video for sure as we come to a conclusion. You know, as we talked about some news, as we talked about, you know, some sports and things like that. So we definitely, it's a conversation we could have tomorrow in reference to what Creflo Dollar said in general. All right. You know what I mean? So let's go to this camera right here and whatnot. He says, Creflo Dollar. Creflo is of the devil for sure. Snoop Dogg, a minister to weed. He said, make it 2 hours. He said, for sure. He says, peace. Thanks for the conversation. What up, what up, what up? You know what I mean? All right, we're going to end it. We're going to end it. I thank everybody for tuning in to this conversation video. You know what I mean? It's a blessing to have y'all on here from time to time as we had these discussions in the news or conversations in general. You know what I mean? God bless everybody out there. As I sign off, I'm Tony Harvin, and I'm out. All right, y'all. Peace, peace, peace.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell.